Hello internet citizens and welcome to JavaScript training by Flipbell IT Studio. Now before giving a deep dive into JavaScript, let's learn all the 4 ways to get output in JavaScript. So let's try all the output ways to bring JavaScript into the action. So the first one is the most common one. You can use either window.alert or simply alert tag within codes to bring it working. And if we simply write here as any number, addition of 2 number and end it with semicolon, simply easy. If we save it and get the preview of it, then you will see a pop-up which will show the addition of 5 plus 6, that is 11, and here it is. So this was the simplest way to get an output with alert tag. Now the next one is document.write. Now this is really an interesting one, that is document.write. Now you're simply telling a document to write something. Now what it is going to show up in between the brackets. So let me just bring here as 4 plus 8, addition of 2 numbers and end it with semicolon. Now if I save it, then you can see that here's the addition of 2 numbers. Now this is how you use document.write. Now another way to use this document.write function is within the HTML. Now this is an interesting part. What you will do that you will simply integrate this feature of HTML within the HTML document, and that is done by a button. So if we put here as button tag as button, then if we simply write here as on click equals and in double quotes, and let's just end the double quotes here, and let me just end this tag. Now you can see that we have integrated JavaScript in between the tag of HTML. Now to show the button into the HTML document, let me just simply write here as hit me, and if I save it, then you can see that now it's not gonna bring up with semicolon, otherwise it will show up here. It's not JavaScript syntax, it's integrating into the HTML document. Now it is looking perfect. Now if I hit here on this button, then you can see that it will show me the result right here as 12, that we have written here as 4 plus 8, that is gonna be 12. So this was the easiest way of writing it. Now next come up with another interesting one. What we do here is that we work in a professional way like others do with JavaScript, and that way of doing it is that giving ID. Now you have learned in CSS2 that giving an ID also reduces your work pain and amount of writing codes. So if we end it, and let's just end it, and let me write something else over there. Let's write here as ID chapter. Now if I start writing my JavaScript, then you can use that feature again, that is document. Let me just put it into the next line. Now here we go. Once again, we are gonna write document.getElementById. by ID. Now this is a function, that's how you call an HTML ID with the help of JavaScript, that is document.getElementById. by ID. It's gonna be same all the time when you will call any ID with the help of JavaScript in HTML. So our ID was demo, and then we are gonna write dot inner HTML. Now you guys don't know what inner HTML it is, so this is what the inner HTML is. Now after, if I write here as 5 plus 6, then I'll tell you how it is used. Now you might have noticed into your mails that it says or it calls your name in the starting. Now how is he doing that? That is because of JavaScript. Now it is taking the ID or the name from HTML document and showing you a result, like I have given the ID here and showing you the result of 5 plus 6, and we can even write here as salutation of hello, or it could be anything. Don't worry, we will read about that in detail. Now let me just save it right here, and let me just show you that this is the another way of showing it into the HTML, and you can see that 11 is the result right here. Now the last way to do it is the simplest one, that is console.log. Now what we do here is that console.log, and if I write here as result of any 2 random numbers and end it with semicolon. Now if I save it, then you cannot see its result right here. That's because it's gonna show up here into the inspect, and let me just resize it a bit so that you can see. Now here is your console. Now you can see the result right here is 13. If we save it, and let me just show you something else, that 7 plus 6, it's 13. If I write here as 1 plus 6, it's gonna be 7 now. If I save it and reload it, then you can see it's showing here as 7. Now this is the console of your HTML documents into the browsers. So these are the 4 ways of showing output in HTML. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.